Now let us see the flow sequence as per the flow chart. So you see this is waste oil burner operation flow chart. NFB stands for non-fuse breakers, which means circuit breakers. Since we have all the motors have the circuit breakers and contactors installed on the control panel.
To every marine engineer out there, from junior engineer to chief engineer and electrical officer, we all know that earning respect on ship is very important. We all know fast promotions are very important, and we all know that इज्जत कमानी है, promotion चाहिए तो काम आना चाहिए, तो जूते पड़ते हैं, गालियां पड़ती हैं, and for that you need a good mentor. Sometimes we keep finding those mentors on board ship, अगर नहीं मिल रहे तो MNDFLIX है ना, Merchant Navy Decoded has launched a subscription model where you can find more than 30 plus courses with respect to your rank, helping you earn respect on ship. Please enroll on these free trial videos, watch these videos as per rank, and then decide whether you want to invest or not, with a very good flexible payment plan as well. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Mata.
So these are the non-fuse breakers. So if you are on, if the breaker is on, that means the non-fuse breakers are in on position. That is what in the auto running we had seen. They were saying, right, motors are on. So these are the motors 10Q4, 10Q10, 10Q10. These are motors. The white lamp will glow. WL stands for white lamp will glow when the breakers are on. When the breakers are on, it will check that the agitator switch or the agitator breaker is also on, which is 11S11. So when it will confirm that agitator is on, at that time it will go and check that diesel oil supply valve, and the diesel oil supply valve switch is in manual and the waste oil supply valve is in off position. Okay, waste oil supply valve is in off position. So now diesel oil supply valve will open and the green lamp will glow. In that case, the waste oil valve will be closed and waste oil burner switch. This we are talking about the manual operation. So the waste oil burner switch should be in manual position. When the waste oil burner switch is in manual position, it will check the door interlocks. The door interlocks means the ash door over here, MS2, and the two interlocks of the doors over here in the charging door, solid waste charging door. Okay, these two doors. So it will make sure these door interlocks are not there. Now FD fan will start running. Okay, FD fan will start running. In that case, FD fan will start run, then your burner motor will start running, then your ID fan will start running. It will give a green lamp. That means these are checks being done. So ID fan will start running and the second burner fan will also start running. Now second burner fan will check the safety interlocks are not there. Which are the safety interlocks? Safety interlocks regarding the door interlocks. Okay, again it will check safety interlocks are not there. So in that case, again waiting period for pre-purging will take place. Waiting period for pre-purging, because the gases have to be removed by the FD fan and the ID fan. So pre-purging will take place for next 1 minute. Then your ignition switch will become on. Ignition switch is the because this is the interlock for the ignition. Your ignition switch will become on. Then in that case, your solenoids will open. These solenoids will open. Okay, this solenoid will open and ignition switch will become on. There ignition will start. So ignition will start, so pilot burner will start in this position. At this time pilot burner will start. So pilot ignition start, ignition valve open. Ignition valve open means these solenoid valves open, ignition valves open, solenoid valves open, ignition switch is on, solenoid valve open, these solenoid will also. As 4.1, 4.2, 4.3 all will become on. Ignition will start. Say again there is a misfire. So here red lamp RL will happen. So red lamp will glow and the system will trip. So misfire, red lamp will glow. For 10 seconds this will continue. So your electrodes will keep sparking for next 10 seconds, and diesel will keep going for this period. Ignition will start. That means here electrode will create a spark. Electrode will create a spark. In this case, now ignition stop. So ignition start to ignition stop. Electrodes will, here electrode is sparking for 10 seconds. Electrode is sparking, and then now electrode sparking is stopped. So in this case, your flame scanner or the flame sensor is sensing the photoelectric cell is sensing the sparking for the next 10 seconds. Now ignition burner starts firing. Ignition burner starts firing for the next from this period to until 1 minute. So you see, ignition by burner means the pilot burner is firing on diesel oil. Now flame has become on. Diesel oil has caught fire. Yes, when the flame has become on, then oil valve switch will become on. In this case, the diesel oil valve will open. Which valve I am talking about? Once the flame has been established, this diesel oil valve will go and will go inside the waste oil burner. So this diesel oil line will open and waste oil burner will starts firing on the diesel oil mode. Now your both of the burners are firing. Ignition burner also firing, waste oil burner also firing on DO. Now towards the 1 minute time, ignition switch will become off. Here ignition switch which was on, it will become off, and then ignition burner will extinguish. Ignition burner will extinguish after 1 minute, and waste oil burner will keep on firing. Waste oil burner will keep on firing on diesel oil. So that is the sequence for the starting part. Now say the waste oil burner is continuously firing. Second burner is also firing. In that case, the second burner firing will start. Let me just take you to the second burner firing. Okay, second burner operation. So this is manual operation. When I have told you waste oil burner manual operation, this is also second burner manual operation. Now, when the waste oil burner is firing in manual mode, the second burner also kept in manual mode. Waste oil burner firing, yes, it will check safety interlocks regarding the doors. No, not there. So ignition will start. In the second burner line, oil valve will open. Which oil valve I am talking about? The oil valve on the top over here. This solenoid valve is the oil valve. It will open and it will check the misfire. So if there is also an electrode over here. Okay, these are also electrodes firing for next 10 seconds. These are only during the intermittent operation, during starting and stopping of the second burner. These electrodes come into picture. So these electrodes will continue to spark for next 10 seconds, and if there is a misfire, electrodes are not sparking, then red lamp will glow. If no, then this ignition will stop and second burner will start firing and green lamp will glow. Second burner will start firing on DO. So this is the story about the manual operation. Now let us see how the temperature regulation is taking place between the two burners. Okay. After this concept, we will study about the concept of auto running. To understand the auto running concept, you need to understand the manual running concept first. Then we can switch to auto running concept. So you can see this is the line where I am talking about the waste oil burner is firing. So we have understood now. Now my waste oil burner is firing on DO. My second burner is firing on DO, which is already firing on DO from the previous cases. So I consider the temperature here was below 650 because I have started just started my incinerator. Temperature is below 650 degrees centigrade in the first furnace temperature. So since the temperature started rising, the temperature went up to 750 degrees centigrade. Above 750 degrees centigrade, what happens is this switch 11S16 or 111S18 are the DO supply valve and waste oil supply valve. So switching will take place. So now this DO supply valve will off and waste oil supply valve will, which is kept on manual, we have to put this on. If you see in this diagram which two valves I am talking about, I am talking about these two valves. These two valves. This is the DO supply valve and this is the waste oil supply valve. So at 750 degrees centigrade, the waste oil supply valve will stop and the DO supply valve will be, sorry, at 750 degrees centigrade, waste oil, because already DO was burning, temperature has reached in the furnace, now it is suitable because pre-warming has taken place, now it is suitable for the waste oil to burn. So heavy oil can be burnt at this position, waste oil can be burnt at this position. So DO supply valve will close over here and waste oil supply valve will open, green lamp will glow and waste oil burner keep firing. Waste oil burner will keep firing on waste oil. It is written wrong over here. Waste oil burner will keep firing on waste oil and incineration will keep on taking place until again the temperature will drop to 650 degrees centigrade. Similarly here, when the second burner started firing, we expect the temperature to be below 900 degrees centigrade. Second burner so it is again going back. So if say the temperature again it is checking below 650, the waste oil burner keeps firing on DO mode. If the furnace temperature went higher than 750, then it went on to waste oil mode. Otherwise, it would have again gone back to waste oil firing on DO mode. Similarly, here it is checking the furnace temperature. Second furnace temperature is below 900 degrees centigrade. Then it is again going back into second burner firing continuously. If the second burner furnace is going above 1000, then we go to next step. It is going to second burner operational switch off and the second burner will extinguish. So it keeps on switching between 1000 degrees to 900 degrees, 900 degrees to 1000 degrees, second burner operation, and waste oil burners keep switching between 650 degrees to 750 degrees, 750 degrees to 650 degrees between diesel oil mode and the waste oil mode. So that is all about the manual operation of this system. When we meet next, we will discuss about the stopping operation, furnace temperature control, and also about the auto starting procedure of this incinerator in the flow diagram. Thank you.